Hello everybody, Andy here again. Right, this particular video is a bit of a follow-up to one I did the other day called The Outsider's View of YouTube, and it seems to have provoked a little bit of a debate about what goes on and how we got involved with YouTube, and it sort of raised a couple of issues from people that have commented that I just thought of sort of run with. That's one of the good things about people who comment, as other people have said in their own sort of blogs. Some of my subscribers have got some very intelligent people out there who always come up with some very, very good points and sort of bring the issue just that little bit further along. So a few things struck me. One of the things, because I was asking, if you haven't seen that video, I was asking about what you think the outsider's perception of YouTube is, because it usually isn't very good. It's usually, people think it's just about silly videos. I quoted as sort of farting babies and that sort of thing. But one of the points that came up is, how did you actually get involved in YouTube in the first place? What was the first video that you ever watched? I can't remember what mine was, but I would guess it was probably something pretty silly, and I should imagine that's pretty much how everybody gets involved. We don't come here looking for bloggers, or vloggers should I say, or even for serious content. That is something that happens later. We generally start with a silly video. One person did mention they started looking for music videos, and I must admit I've watched quite a few music videos. Most of my favourites actually turn out to be music videos of people that I've liked in the past. So that's one way of doing it. So I'll just be interested to know if you can remember what the first video you watched on YouTube was. And I bet you, if you're going to admit it, I'll bet you that it was one of the silly ones, and there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the other people did also say that once you get involved, as I did myself, you start exploring. I mean, who was the first person you subscribed to? I think my first person that I subscribed to was Geriatric 1927, which basically proves the point of what I was saying in the video before. He got me started, as lots of people have said. They saw someone of his age getting in touch with new technology, and they think, well, if he can do it, so can I. I'm going to have a go at this. His first try video is now a sort of I won't say a classic, but it's been watched by sort of 2+ million people or something like that. The second person I got involved with and subscribed to, I think, was Reneto. Similar sort of reasons. And one of the things that comes out, as one person commented, when you get into a particular program, whether it be a computer program, a site, or whatever it might be, but especially YouTube is the case in point, you start to explore more, don't you? You start clicking on links. It's like, I remember when I first got on the internet, you click on something in particular, and before you know it, you're on a particular site, and you think, well, how on earth did I get here? And it's just by clicking on all the various links and all the various videos, you see something that appeals to you. I tend to do it now with the quick list sort of facility, and before you know it, you've got a big long list of videos, and you can't remember exactly why you've actually got all those videos there, but you've clicked on them for a reason. You're exploring, and you get more and more involved, and that's how I found the Renetos of this world, the Geriatrics of this world, and several of others as well. Obviously, I think Bohem was another one that I quickly came in contact with. We generally go for the bigger names, which is why they become bigger names. I suppose they're the most popular people. I'm sure most of us do. We look at the responses, we look at the people that are subscribing to their videos, the people who comment, etc., and off we go. It is amazing how we actually find certain people. How did people find my videos? That's something I'd love to know, actually. I literally just thought of that. How did you come across my channel? Was it because of a comment I put down, a video response I might have used? I'd be very, very interested to know that, actually. Literally just thought of that. That's a good one. Maybe that should have been a video of its own. I don't know. But one other person, YouTubian Cynic, did actually mention that she felt that we were sort of pioneers in a new sort of digital age. We're pushing the boundaries. And I think that's a very good point, actually. Now the vloggers, as we are, we've sort of created a whole new method of communication, I think, really, vlogging. We've had blogging around for a while, but that tends to not let certain people in. That tends to be a lot more serious. I know that we do deal with serious subjects here on YouTube, myself included, but we also do things that are far more frivolous and maybe a bit silly, but that's great. A bit of variety doesn't do any harm at all. That's one thing I'm pleased about. I don't want to stop anybody else enjoying themselves. Just get out there and do what you want to do. But what Sid was saying there was that she thought that we were all pioneers in a new digital age, and I think that's very, very true, actually. Vlogging is the way forward. I think that's been found out by politicians. All your candidates, especially over there in America, are getting involved. Political parties right across the world the BBC and all these. Paul McCartney's doing vlogs and everybody. So, and we're creating a new way of communicating. As I said, we're even creating new words. We've actually created the word vloggerhood, for example, for all those people, whether it be your own little personal vloggerhood or whether it be the big vloggerhood in the wider world. You know, we're doing that as well. So we are definitely pioneers. We're pushing the boundaries. We're video revolutionaries, maybe. How about that? I've always fancied being a revolutionary. Anyway, we're very interested to know what you think. Several questions there, as per usual. I'm sorry about all these. I do keep coming up with questions, don't I? So if you can remember the first video that you watched, I bet it was a silly one. Maybe you don't want to admit it. Do you think that we're pioneers here? I think we are, so there you go. But also, how did you get involved with my channel? So it's literally just wasn't in my list. What sort of videos did you start watching? Lots and lots of questions, as always. But anyway, I'll be very interested in your response. As they say, you know, discuss. There you go. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll see you again very shortly. Goodbye.